science, technology, engineering, and maths. This is a group of fields that women often feel unwelcome in. They choose a career that is their passion, but the culture sometimes is not as welcoming as it could be. The Island Women in Science and Technology group formed in 2011 to address some of the problems facing women in STEM. The biggest factor in many of them abandoning their careers and leaving is isolation, a feeling of aloneness. And we are hoping that conferences and groups will bring them together in a peer community and help them stay in their fields and also encourage leadership roles. Bobby Leach is the CEO of Future Pay, and she is a champion of women in STEM and a very well-respected businesswoman. You work in an industry that can be very intimidating for women, especially when they start moving into leadership roles. How does a conference like Leading the Way help and support them?
These conferences are super important for women to be able to network with other women, listening to people who can inspire them, talk about their challenges, talk about how they overcame those challenges and those blockers, and so that they realize that they're not alone. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel, we can just learn from people who've tackled it already and succeeded.
And what do you think about the numbers involved with women leaving their chosen fields because they feel isolated and alone?
You know, on the one hand, you can take ownership of that yourself, go out and network, find a mentor, work with other women that have already broke that barrier, and then on the other hand, you still have the challenges in that environment, you know, in that industry or that particular company maybe, and you're still going to have to deal with it one-on-one. So, you know, educating men, educating HR professionals, making sure you got the right culture and environment, all of that is important to making sure everyone in the company feels comfortable, not just women.
What advice might you give your younger self about succeeding and thriving in technology?
You've just got to put yourself out there, you've got to experiment, you've got to just follow your passion, follow your dreams. If somebody tells you no, you can't, or that won't work, or you can't succeed, you've just got to ignore them, because they're not you, they have no idea, and they're bringing their judgments, their personal risks or experiences and pushing that onto you. And you just have to ignore it and move forward. Find people that are positive. In tech, you've got to experiment. You've got to feel comfortable with change, trying new things. I think that's what I would tell my younger self, is just go for it and try new things.
Dr. Jenny Christiansen is the CEO and founder of Trick Analytics. It is a Vancouver Island firm that was launched in 2016, but it has deep roots in groundbreaking science that uses laser technology to analyze living tissue. Jenny, congratulations on the accolades and attention being paid to the work that you're doing with Trick Analytics. What do you think the importance is for Island Women in Science and Technology? What is the importance of that group in providing support to women in STEM at mid to senior levels?
In our mid-career, we sort of hit this point in our career where we've kind of become experts in that area. And we're looking for greater challenges, maybe leadership opportunities, other areas to grow. And what I have found personally in my own career has been usually those are the levels where you start hitting the glass ceilings, because of course in the STEM industry, sadly, it's still very male dominated, and unless you have a really supportive team, leadership team around you, you don't necessarily have those opportunities to grow. So I think the Island Women in Science and Technology is a fantastic group that brings like-minded women in their mid to senior level science careers together for support, for opportunities, for networking.
Jenny, have you ever had the experience of having a mentor to help you in your career? Was it a man or a woman, and did that make a difference?
I've been really lucky to have some fantastic mentors, particularly in the past 6 years. They've actually been both male and female, but the common bond between all of them was their openness about providing me with opportunities and new experiences, and I don't think that gender ever played a role in their support of me. It never came up. It was more looking at my abilities as an individual, and I think that was really important.
What do you think that organizations can do to build up a better culture for women to feel welcome in STEM?
Providing support and encouragement to the younger girls, particularly that in the STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, math, and that it is okay and it is cool to be a part of some really exciting futures.
It just makes good sense to encourage women to stay in science, tech, engineering, and math careers. And as one rising computer science star said, "You can't be it unless you see it." I hope to see you at the November 15th Leading the Way for Women in STEM conference taking place in Victoria. Visit iwist.ca for more information on the program and to register.